That's fantastic. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Oh my god, I started at the perfect time to catch this sweet-ass opening intro for Pokemon Yellow. The Pokemons begins. This was the first. As soon as I got the 3DS, the first thing I bought was Pokemon Yellow. So, because I'm an adult and I can buy Pokemon if I want to buy Pokemon.
You can like Pokemon if you want. There's nothing wrong with it.
Good, because I do.
You can like Pokemon. You can drink Zima. You can do whatever you want.
I'm not going to drink Zima, but I am going to like Pokemon. Game audio is going to be a little low. It's there, but it's going to be a little
You can
low.
track down like an old unopened box. I guess it's box of Ecto Cooler.
Sure. Oh,
And you can drink it. It would probably be a terrible idea, but this is a thing you can do.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine drinking like a 20-year-old Kool-Aid thing of Ecto Cooler?
There's this guy on YouTube. He has this thing called Cereal Time. Where
Cereal Time?
Talks about old cereals, and he'll buy like a box of a cereal they haven't made in 30 years, and he'll eat some of it. And he'll gag every time. But he keeps doing it.
Well, I mean, good for him?
Yeah.
You know, we all have to have a hobby, Rich. All of us, every single one of us, have to have a hobby. That's right. We are Return of the Plinkett Masters. No face cams, just because.
Well, this is Jack playing. I think it's very important to note. So this is not the Mega Punch to win.
That's right. This is not the Mega Punch game because this is me playing on my version of Pokemon Yellow. You'll see I don't even have any badges yet. I've only caught a couple Pokemon. So I'm not very far into the game. What I want to do is what's been something that's been circulating around the internet recently is how to do a glitch in the game to get a rare Pokemon really early on. And I'm going to try to do that. I am playing Pokemon Yellow, which means I get this adorable Pikachu coming around with me. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, he's adorable. I got this Pikachu that just follows me around everywhere, and it's great. Mm-hmm. And I love it. Rich doesn't care, and I don't care that he doesn't care, because I love it.
It looks shockingly less colorful.
This is the... what one were we playing, Rich? Do you remember what one we were playing?
No.
We were playing the Game Boy Advanced version, I want to say. We were playing Fire Red, which was
supposed to be a remake of one of them. That's all I can tell you.
Fire Red was the remake of Pokemon Red, and I am playing Pokemon Yellow. This is a Game Boy Color game. And so, like, look what happened. When you go into different towns, the color palette actually changes. But it's all, like, old, awful, ugly black and white, and it's great. Okay, what was I doing? Pokemons. Okay, here's the Pokemon. Oh, yeah, so I have my Pikachu, who's level 7. I got a Mankey, I got a girl and a guy Nidoran, which I'm pretty happy with. The Nidorans, if you look here, the female and the male Nidorans have slightly different stats, and I want to say one of them is better, but I forgot which, and I meant to look it up earlier today. Like, here's the male Nidoran, and he's got like a cool horn and big ears, and then the female one, she's got like a little horn and big ears, but I think she's poisonous, so I want her. I don't know.
Were those all the same thing?
No,
they all have the same icon?
No. Well, in this menu, they all have an icon to like these are all kind of like dragony types, and then he's a normal type. That's a Pikachu. They all have the same. Yeah, they look the same.
Okay.
So you have to go. Then you have to go in to the menu. Because this is how old is this game now? 18 years. This is an 18-year-old handheld game. So Look at that Mankey. Mankey's a great one. He's a fighting type. I should level up my Mankey.
It's a shame I'm at home without a face cam, because I'm sure I've just got this wonderfully lost expression on my face. What? What?
It's a lot like the stuff that I kept cutting to during the Firewatch review, where it's just Rich's face of not caring.
I'm gonna say it again. I really like the story elements. I like the characters in Firewatch. Mm-hmm. I did.
I know you did. That's why. And
I like the dialogue.
I made sure to keep that in, so you weren't just, harping on it the whole time. Because I know that you liked the story and the characters. Scratch an Edoran. But it's okay that we have a difference of opinions. I think a lot of people liked that. I think what's really funny is in the comment section of the video, it is almost exactly 50-50 split over who agrees with who. Every other comment is either John Kilo, yes. John Kilo, I have the Twatron, but thank you for reminding me because I often forget. Every other comment is, oh man, I can't believe I agree with Jack, and or Rich, of course Rich is right. Yeah, everything. Yeah, Rich is right with everything. So, I love it. We have apparently hit on a controversial video game, and people either love it or hate it, as is the way with the internet, Rich.
Well, I just told you, but I'll say it again for the sake of the chat.
Sure.
I just learned something that neither of us knew before. That probably explains why it's quite as polarized as
Rich,
it is.
you came across a shocking revelation. It rocked my very foundation.
Arnita Sarkeesian is thanked in the credits, which I had no fucking idea.
Right.
I doubt you did.
Oh God! I mean, who? She didn't make the game. She's thanked in the credits.
But there's a name that's going to draw some hate and or love.
And I did think it was really funny. Some people, because I really liked Firewatch, some people were accusing me in the comments of the YouTube video of being a social justice warrior. Mm-hmm. I think they called me a typical social justice warrior for liking the game.
And that has absolutely nothing to do with the game.
Nothing has
it's
nothing
not like
to do with the game.
The theme is white people are horrible and you have to be a girl or sexually different or secret jackrabbit.
Right, exactly.
Body of a man. There's nothing about that anywhere in the game. So it's like, what
I'm sorry, secret jackrabbit? Is that the game? Because I kind of love that. So yeah, but I have been seeing a lot of those comments, and then you just told me 5 minutes ago that she was because she was thanked in the credits. Well-written female characters equals social justice warriors writers. Exactly, Mr. Blank. They were good characters. I like both of them. I figured out who the guy was, by the way, Rich. I don't know if you saw his face in the edit.
No, wait, what guy?
Yeah, the guy who voices Henry in Firewatch.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Mad Men?
No.
Oh, okay. He plays he has a role on Mad Men.
Okay. He sounds a little bit like the guy who voices Mark Lilly in Ugly Americans to me.
And I checked his IMDb, and he did not.
Okay.
But he's an actor, and he's good in Mad Men. And he's really good in Firewatch. So is that lady. And that lady is just like a video game voice actress. You know, she doesn't...
That character of Henry reminds me of somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's just... oh, God, what's his name? What's his name? Oh, I can't think of his name. Comedic actor. Guest voices The Simpsons a lot. Finding Nemo, he was the dad. I've drawn
not Mel Brooks. Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks. Maybe just personality-wise, he's reminding me of Albert Brooks.
Yeah, he is a little Albert Brooksy. Kind of like...
kind of funny, schlubby dude, you know.
Like sarcastic, schlubby everyman. Yeah. Absolutely.
Shame on me for not remembering Albert Brooks' name.
Absolutely shame on you.
Albert Brooks is a fine actor, comedian.
Albert Brooks is a fine actor comedian. Oh, also, a Bad Korean Gamer sent us a tip really quick. He says, "Hi, Jack. Now that you have a 3DS, would you friend me? Maybe we'll trade Pokemons. In case you say yes, here's my friend code. Yes, Bad Korean Gamer, Bad Gamer Korean. And don't forget Celebi. And, oh, I know, everyone's telling me that I need to get the new Pokemon game and I can get a special Pokemons, and I will. I will. Don't worry. But yes, Bad Gamer Korean. I have your friend code now. I will friend you later, not on stream. We don't want everyone to have your friend code."
The chat is currently bringing up something. Yeah, I was going to bring up myself later because I thought about it after the fact.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable.
The Stanley Parable. We played the Stanley Parable.
It's something I like.
Mm-hmm.
And it is arguably every bit the gameplay-less walking simulator that Afterwatch is. Though I'm going to say the Stanley Parable actually does have an exploration mechanic.
Well, and the game of the Stanley Parable is try to get him to say a different thing. Is try to get the narrator to say a different thing. try to find the different story branches. Exactly.
So I'm actively engaged in looking for the divergent story. I think in Firewatch it's always something like, now you have to go do that fire thing that's over by the river.
Yeah.
And you're not searching for that, and it's not like anything could happen with any different thing you do. There's the next thing you have to do to progress the story, and it's over there, and go do it. The Stanley Parable, you never know what the fuck's going to happen.
Right.
It's just about anything you do.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might be the difference. Why I like the one and not the other, I don't know.
No, and I also really enjoyed the Stanley Parable. We when it was first out, I know people were talking about us streaming it, and there was no way you could stream it without spoiling everything about the game, and it's fun. Stanley Parable is a fun game. I enjoyed but it's more of a comedy, you know.
I just know that in Firewatch, when she told me I needed to walk to the other end of the forest to get the axe, I was like, oh. And now you gotta walk to the other end of the forest to use the axe. Oh. Now you gotta walk over to that area by the camp to get the key. Oh. Now you gotta walk over to use the key on the cave. Oh.
Oh, and see, I think that's crazy talk. I think anytime I was just like sitting around in my tower listening to her, which was like, it was fine because they're good at voice actors and I was enjoying the story. It was like, come on, we can have this conversation while I'm walking through the beautiful woods, you know? Let me use a map and a compass and walk through the beautiful woods.
Chat
and enjoy myself.
Rich, Fearful Sludgebrace says, Rich, can you give a little more nuance to your views on pacing and why you think that tight pacing is the only way to story tell in movies? Do you not like any slow-paced films? Because I think in the case of Firewatch, it's less like a slow-paced film and more like, imagine a scene in Pulp Fiction where Vincent Vega gets in his car and then he spends 25 minutes driving over to Samuel L. Jackson's place. Then he honks his horn and he waits a few minutes for Samuel Jackson to walk down the stairs and get in the car. And then they both drive over another 30 minutes to the place where they have to shoot the people to get the drugs. It's more like that than slow-paced. It's just shit that doesn't need to be there at all. It's walk to the other end of the map. But
you need that to inform the character. And, obviously we're repeating ourselves a lot from the review, but, If you had that in Pulp Fiction, and why it doesn't work in Pulp Fiction is because a movie is a passive experience. You are just taking in the movie. You're just watching the movie, and a video game is an interactive experience. And so, by controlling the character, you're internalizing all the things that you're experiencing, and so you're experiencing the loneliness. And that's why it does work in a video game and won't work in a movie. You have to stop comparing movies to video games.
I don't get that feeling in a video game, though, unless I feel like I've got more sway over the world, more immersion for me. I can't be told you have to go to X and do X in order to continue the thing. It needs to feel natural.
And I guess just for me, it felt natural, Come on, Mankey. I gotta level up my Mankey. I got a weak-ass Mankey, Rich. I'm getting my ass handed to me by motherfucking Pidgeys, Like, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for me.
I find Thief immersive because they don't tell me how I have to break into the house. Maybe I'll crawl into the window. Maybe I'll pick lock on the door. Maybe I'll find an entrance via the sewer that leads up through a thing in the bottom of the castle.
Sure.
There's an open-endedness to that makes me feel like I'm part of a world that's existing and not doing the next thing I have to do.
Sure, but they're just different games.
Yeah, but I'm just saying one is immersive to me, the other is not.
Yeah, well, touche. Captain Mew would like to tip us and say, "Hi, Rich and Jack, long-time lurker, first time seeing the live stream. I always laugh and feel connected to my hometown of Milwaukee from across the world. P.S. Need any
Thank God you got away.
You got away from this wonderful city with beautiful weather. P.S. Need any games/random shit from Korea? Rich.
What?
Do you need any random thing from Korea?
Nothing I can think of, but if you want to send us something, we'll see what we can do.
Okay. I hear they have many funny shirts in Korea with English language on it.
One of my friends is in Korea right now teaching English.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it. I mean, just,
Oh, that's good. No, and I know, chat, I shouldn't be messing around. I'm unnecessarily battling because that's my way. There we go. Finally leveled up my Mankey. Pikachu, yeah, who cares about that? So I'm going to be playing very boring because this is my save, my new save of Pokemon Yellow. So we're just going to chat, mostly probably about Firewatch and the XCOM interview. Two videos in 1 week.
It's amazing.
And what? We have the next one shot already, and I'm editing it right now. We are and by the way, you know what I discovered today? You know what I found out?
What?
It's not Fleck. You know how I said the voice acting was on Fleck?
I've never. This is like alien. This is an alien word to my ears, by the way.
Well, and I've seen it like I've read it like on Twitter before. I've seen it like in funny posts where it's like the kids are saying, oh man, that thing was on Fleck, right? And I thought that was a new thing.
I've never heard it before, honestly.
Well, because it's not Fleck, it's actually Fleek.
I've never heard it either way.
I've been pronouncing it wrong in my head all this time because it's Fleek, so it's Fleek, and that sounds worse. I hate that. I hate that. Fleek sounds like you have a sinus infection. I can't go out today. Got fleek. I got the fleek, Rich. I can't do it. But so I'm an old man and I will never be hip again. Is the moral of the story. Mm-hmm. I want to let you know that.
I'm going to say before we move off of Firewatch, because I'm assuming you don't want to talk about it.
I want to talk about nothing but Firewatch.
Oh, okay.
But actually, before you do that, Fisted by Dope Smoke gave us a tip. Fisted by Dope Smoke says, "Fuck yeah, Mankey. Mankey's the fucking bomb. Once he gets rolling, he's gonna fuck some shit up. P.S. LOL. Fuck my cock." So.
Okay.
No, let's just talk about Firewatch. I as mentioned in the review, I've really enjoyed myself with Firewatch. So, Rich, what do you got?
There's a section. We talked about it, during the discussion, but I got cut. Section in the middle.
You know what I had to do, Rich? I had to trim the fat.
No, I'm not. It's not a complaint. It's not a complaint. Just, I want to bring it up now because it didn't get brought up in the review.
Sure, go ahead.
It's not a major point. I know why you cut it. There's a section in the middle of the game, middle-ish, where the game goes through days, day 71 and day 78.
Yeah.
there's some quick cuts where you go through days rapidly, like a minute or two at a time. Just day 46, and then you have like a quick conversation with Delilah, right?
Yeah.
And then it ends. Then you go to day 2, and then you fix an offense. Then it's just rapidly, and the story flowed, but you literally weren't doing anything game wise, and it was the most enjoyable section of the game. It was enjoyable when they cut out "walk over here,"
and when
it was just story and it just flowed right. I enjoyed it.
And,
but there's not even a pretend game.
I enjoyed that part, but yeah, the woods is what made it for me. The woods is important. Pokemon fights what? As I mentioned, like the isolation, the desolation. That's what's necessary in the game. That's what makes it. That's what makes you feel for the character. He decided to run away. And you ran away. And you know what he's doing? You know what he's doing, Rich? As a character, he's just trying to find his way, just like you're doing in the game, trying to find your way. It's art.
Oh God, I think that finding your way. I do think you're pulling that out of your ass.
A little.
I'm fine with you liking the story game, but the game is being lost. That does not gel with me. You don't know where you're going. That's the game.
It makes sense if you think about it. I am 100% pulling it out of my ass.
Yeah,
but it makes sense if you think about it. What do I want to do here? Pokemon, Pikachu, Switch, great. But I just really liked it. Did you think? I know, like it was a much easier edit. Usually for a game we talk for about an hour, and for Firewatch we only talked for like 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it was a much easier edit in that regard, but trying to remain neutral in my edit, because of course I just wanted to remove everything you said because I disagreed with you. But do you feel are you comfortable with the edit? Do you feel like I kept in enough of your side? I was really worried about that.
I do like when I do kind of miss when I talked about Sands of Time. Just because I think that's an example of how you can do story right in a game that still has gameplay.
Right. No, and
it's not impossible. It's not like you have to have a walking simulator to tell a story. Not at all. Sands of Time does a great fucking job.
And yeah, that was only cut because you kind of wrapped up that whole point without the story. We didn't need the story.
Yeah.
The specific Sands of Time story. And then of course, like if you're talking about Sands of Time, then I have to go find footage of Sands of Time and put it in.
Right.
So I like that you told the Pulp Fiction anecdote during our discussion. I removed that too, so
with anything, and editing wouldn't have fixed this. If there's anything I'm worried about with that review, it's that, am I too much of an asshole to you?
I mean, I thought it was funny, so.
When I leave, for the record, that is done for comedy. Yeah. When I get up and leave.
Yes. I need to raise up my weak ass Pokemon. Hey, chat, who's better? Is the male Nidoran or the female Nidoran better? Which one should I concentrate on leveling up? I always forget which is the better one. I want to say it's the female. Trigger warning. The female is better. No, well, and that's the thing, Cherry Tonic. In Firewatch, there's almost no physical interaction. Literally, the only physical interaction you have with someone is at the end with the helicopter pilot. That's it. That's the only person you actually are in the same room with. So, female is better. Male Nido for H. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Bill Tetley. Male Nidoran can be my HM slave. That's a good idea. In Pokemon Rich, you have these things called hidden machines, HMs, and you need them to progress in the game. Like one is a move called Cut, and it cuts down trees that block your path, and you need to use it every so often in the game.
Oh my god.
But it's a very weak move in battle, but you need it outside of battle, right?
Okay.
And so the general strategy is to create an HM slave, a Pokemon that you don't fight, you don't really level up, you just give them all of the HMs and concentrate on your other 5.
Okay.
And that is the male Nidoran.
Something important I need to bring up.
Something important.
There is a new mod, and I'm seeing her in the chat now, which means I should bring this up. Rinchard in the chat is Karen. That's my fiancée.
Hi, Karen!
Made her a mod so her name would stand out. She's got the sword. Everyone say hello to Karen.
Hi, Karen. Karen, and by the way, now Karen has power. Karen has power over all of you.
She can ban everyone. I've given her free reign. She's mildly annoyed. Ban.
Ooh, that's right. Body Slam's a good one, Cracker Man. Maybe you know what? I don't need to I don't need to fight with the male. I'll just keep him around for now.
I don't know if she's saying hello or if she wants to hijack a plane.
Hey!
So
That's not a good joke.
what?
No, it's fine. You hear that joke a lot growing up as a jack, okay? I guess you can't say hello to you at an airport.
So it's like Richie Rich.
Richie Rich, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Dick. Oh, I missed a tip. I'm so sorry. Anonymous. Anonymous says, Jack, you should play Lisa, the painful RPG. It's sort of artsy-fartsy, but good. It will probably make you feel a lot of things, while also being a real game. Rich wouldn't like it, though. JRPG combat.
Oh, no.
That's good to know. Okay. You know what? I want to say someone gifted that to me a while ago. Lisa.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Then we might have looked into that for like a first 4 hours of or something.
Not sure.
That's good, yeah. Also, as a side note, the absolute best thing about the DS with the capture card, and I know I talked about this before, but I'm just going through it now, actually playing the game. So you have to download the special program that visualizes the game on your computer monitor. You plug it into a USB port, and it plays both screens on your computer monitor in real time. There's absolutely no lag from the DS to your computer monitor. And so as I've been doing this entire stream, I've been like just watching it on the nice big screen, which is very, very nice.
We can assume that not everybody watching this watches every stream. So you want to tell the story of your Magic DS?
Oh, sure. You know, I really enjoy handheld games, and I came across this article about a company that makes that like solders on a video out to the new 3DSs. And you know, I was talking with Rich about it, and I said, hey, this could be something great for the show. We could stream handheld games. You know, not a lot of people stream handheld games, or we could review handheld games.
Hello?
Hello? Rich?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? I hear you. We might have lost Rich. We did. We lost Rich. We'll get him back.
I am back.
Oh, hey, there you are. You're back already.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Weird. What happened?
My Skype is saying internet connection problems.
Oh, weird.
Which is why I don't stream from home.
Incidentally. So in any case, I thought it would be a good idea. We used some prereq funds to buy this special mod, and I did so in October of last year. And it has taken 5 months for them to make this for me. Because apparently it is a small company, a Japanese company, and they hand solder in these connections, which is why it's beautiful and lagless and wonderful.
So this is done in Japan?
Yes, this is done in Japan. And so, I got a new 3DS. They buy it there. They do all the soldering and modify the case and all that fun stuff and then send it to you. And it works perfectly fine and perfectly normal when you don't have the capture running. So, you can still use it just as a handheld. But, I have noticed, I don't know if it's just a 3DS thing, but I don't know if the battery is that great.
Right.
And right now I do have it running on an AC adapter just because I know I'll be playing it for a while.
Should it matter when you're not streaming?
What?
When you're not using the capture card, should it affect the battery negatively?
I don't think it should, but I don't, I'm just not used to it, so I don't know if it feels like it is or not. Or
right.
I don't know.
Karen is asking why the hell Nintendo doesn't sell these.
Because it would be such a specialty item. The only people that would use them are Let's Players and video reviewers, so it's such a niche.
I would be more likely to get a handheld system if I could play it on the big screen.
Oh, you mean just like an HDMI port?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, hold on. I knocked my microphone down. There we go. Adds to the bulk. You have to make those choices. Adds to the bulk, and if most people are truly playing them on the go, they don't care about an HDMI out. Got to make the tough calls, Rich. I do remember something I really want, and something that I was expecting. Hey, my main key grew. Something I was expecting with the Wii U was a way to play DS games on your Wii U. I still have one for my GameCube. GameCube came out with a Game Boy Advanced adapter, so you could just play your Game Boy Advanced games on your GameCube.
Yeah.
With your GameCube controllers, and it was the greatest. It was just the greatest thing. Playing Pokemon on the big screen. But they also really like money, Nintendo. And they know that people will buy their handhelds.
They could sell a few deluxe edition handhelds that have the HDI out. HDMI out.
Yeah. I wonder how well those would sell.
I mean, not that well, but I'm sure there's a market.
Sure. Oh, here we go. Anonymous. I missed another tip. Sorry, Anonymous. Seconding here for Lisa. That game is amazing. One of my friends is absolutely obsessed with it. I'd love for you guys to give it a try. Okay. No problem.
The Master 20,000 says, I'm assuming they're talking to me.
Oh.
Why do you hate on the JRPG so much, considering your experience with them is a few from the 90s? Well, I find that when I hate something, I keep spending $50 to try them again and again and again for 20 years, just in case maybe someday I'll start liking it. I find that's what I do. Well, I haven't liked the last 150 JRPGs, but you know what? I better try this one.
Every once in a while, don't you think that's important, though? Not obviously, not every year, but maybe once every, the importance of keeping an open mind.
I would need to see something first that would make me believe there's a reason why I would like this now.
Sure, okay.
But I'm not just going to randomly invest money to try that out. And if the story is still full of spiky-haired 15-year-olds, I still don't care. I don't care.
There you go. That's really true. That's really true. Character... I think There are a couple really fun Final Fantasy games. I want to say, what is it? It's like Final Fantasy VIII has like a little more cartoony character models, and I've always enjoyed their character models way more. But that was the only one that got a little weird with their character models. Other than that, it's all the giant-haired, sad, American-looking boy that's also Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Except for like X2 was kind of fun. I have a little more experience with JRPGs. I played Final Fantasy X and X2. X2 was interesting because that was the one where they just took the girls in a move that was completely not sexist at all. Instead of changing class members, your characters changed outfits, and those outfits gave them different powers. Oh my god, indeed.
That was actually me. That wasn't a donation.
Okay, that's Casual Horse right there. Hey guys, recently finished beating FTL on hard with all ships.
Nice.
First of all, congratulations. As someone who hasn't played a lot of video games, I want to thank you for introducing me to this one.
You're very welcome.
What a great game to get into, Casual Horse. That's the one you get into.
I'm frightened of FTL hard mode. I mean, I can beat normal, but it's never a walk in the park. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. What am I doing?
I mean, somebody said it's scrolled up now, but JRPGs, they have such big swords.
They do. They have really.
Yeah, go ahead.
They have really big swords that you can't swing at all, Rich.
Yes, they have really big swords that you can't swing at all. Plus, I really prefer a moderately sized sword. Not too small. Not too small. None of those pansy rapiers. And those giant great swords. That's not sword fighting. That's just a glorified club.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I only like a nice moderately sized sword.
Now, Rich, that might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my. In all seriousness, you just said you like moderately sized. You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. I know that my opinions can be a little controversial. I like a moderately sized sword. That's just me, though. That's just me. I know. I'm crazy. You're a funny man, Rich Evans. A funny man. Which was what was the Final Fantasy with like the sword gun? Like amazing, like really fun weapon design. It's weapon design that you can't actually use because you have to go through an Excel spreadsheet, so your character can do it. But they had that giant sword that was also a revolver.
Like where did the bullets come out?
It had a barrel.
Did the barrel go through the blade?
The barrel went through the blade, yeah. Like the dull end of the blade.
Huh.
Final Fantasy VIII, that was.
So I know that the game Gungrave 2, the sequel, had a character with gun swords, but the gun didn't go through the barrel. The gun was part of a hilt. You could hold it like a gun, but there'd be like a sword coming out the top of the gun.
Oh. Weird.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, fun weapon design. Well, yeah, and I mean,
you need a big cumbersome sword gun, so you can almost never use the sword part, and it makes it really hard to aim.
Oh, yeah. do. I love Pokemon. For anyone curious, my mad, sick Pokemon tactics here. If you start a fight with a weaker Pokemon, switch it out for your strong Pokemon, then you can level them both at the same time, and it's super important. But after this, I actually am going to run back to the Poke Center and heal everyone, because everyone's a little low on health, and I never mind taking the time just to run back to town, because you could buy a bunch of potions and stay out in the field, and keep moving forward, but that costs money when you could just go to the Poke Center for free. It takes like 2 minutes to walk there and walk back, but it's like, 2 minutes, that's fine.
Karen wants a gun that shoots swords. This has to have happened, right?
A gun that shoots swords.
That has to have happened in this crazy world we live in. Somebody has written a fictional thing with a gun that shoots swords.
I'm trying to think of a specific example. Ooh, Thunderwave.
But it has to be like a shotgun spread where just like a dozen swords fly out at once.
Maybe.
It can't just be one sword.
No, it can't be one sword. I'm picturing more like a sword Gatling gun.
like a ton of them.
Where or maybe you have like 8 barrels, and each barrel has one sword in them, and like you can shoot up to 8 swords.
Okay. Oh no, because I really want to picture like the swords on like an ammo belt that just go through.
I'm the world's greatest samurai. I use my sword gun. Oh my god, is it a gun that has a sword blade on the end? That would be really devastating in close combat. No. It's a gun that shoots sword. Actually, it's almost useless in close combat because you can just really easily dodge the sword. It takes a while to shoot it. Oh. Alright. Alright. Do you wanna fight now? Go.
Actually,
walk 20 feet over there.
The gun has the horrible drawback where you actually end up, like, arming your enemies. They just pick up all these swords and fly all over the ground.
Because the swords actually don't come out really fast, so you can just catch the sword midair. Now we're talking.
Thank God they have a sword gun. Everybody pick up the loose swords.
It's going to take him 20 minutes to reload that thing. Now we can all attack him with these swords that he gave us.
We could really save on our ammo expenditure.
Oh, what a cool gun. My sword gun. Fucking love my sword gun. I do have some Pokeballs. Okay. I need to come up with a game plan, Rich. I don't have a game plan. I don't have a Pokemon game plan right now. Which I know is really important to you, but I need to catch some new Pokemon.
Extremely important.
It's extremely important.
It's extremely important to me.
Impoky to you?
Yeah.
Pokemon?
This makes me instantly lose my erection. And Karen's in the chat, so that's how powerful Pokemon is.
Everybody loves Pokemon, Rich. Everybody. That's a fact. Fact. Pokemon is beloved by everyone. I need some motherfucking... Pidgey. I don't care about you, Pidgey. I have a problem, Rich. I just don't care about Pidgey. I never have.
No, I hate that Pidgey.
It's really important later to have a flying Pokemon. It's pretty important, and like fly attacks, air attacks are powerful against a certain group. I've just never cared about them.
They want you to get a plant Pokemon for Misty's gym, because as we've proven in a previous stream, you absolutely need that plant Pokemon for Misty's gym.
I know. Oh yeah, Misty's a water type. Oh no, Misty's a water type. I have Pikachu. Pikachu's an electric Pokemon. I'm fine against Misty's gym. I want to catch something. I want to catch a bug Pokemon. Caterpie. Fine.
Please God, Lord Rich, make this a highlight. Which specifically would you like to see?
Oh, that's right, and I did. I promised you a Mew. Where do we get that again? Hold on, let me look up my Mew cheat sheet. My Mew glitch cheat sheet. Oh, that's not till you get to Cerulean City. We got a while. We got a while before we have to worry about Mew. I'm excited to get Mew. The stream will come to a screeching halt, and Rich, I will require that you not talk to me while I attempt to glitch my way into getting a Mew.
What?
It's very exciting, you know.
Well, I'll be so excited. I don't know.
Already you're schwitzing all over the place. That's right. The version of Pokemon that we played before was Fire Red, and the starter Pokemon learns moves that they didn't learn in the original games to make it easier. This is a variation of the original games. After, the original games came out Blue and Red, and then after those games came out, came the cartoon, and then the cartoon got imported to America and was a surprise hit among children here in America, the Pokemon.
Was it not a big hit in Japan?
Oh, no, it was a big hit in Japan, but, they didn't think that it would cross over.
Oh, okay.
And then the cartoon hit, and Pokemon, which was already doing fairly well, blew straight the fuck up. Mm-hmm. And so they made a variation on Pokemon Red and Blue, which is this Pokemon Yellow, in which you get a Pikachu that walks around with you. In the original games, none of your Pokemon walk around with you, like outside of their Pokeballs. But then, the kids, they wanted the Pikachu. Where's the Pikachu? And so now in this game, look, you get a Pikachu, and he follows you around, and he's your starter.
So your starter is Pikachu.
Yeah, you can't choose a starter in this game. You just get Pikachu, just like in the cartoon.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different, and then instead of like choosing your opposite, like the Pokemon that would do more damage against you, your rival gets an Eevee, and Eevees have a lot of different evolutions, and apparently if you do really well in the game, he has a harder one. I don't know exactly how that works, but he gets a different Pokemon too. Oh, I don't care about you, Caterpie. Want to see if there's a Weedle. See if there's a Weedle in here. If you get a Weedle, then you can get a Beedrill. Anyway.
What?
I said anyway.
So you could trade these things with other people, though, right?
You can trade these things with other people.
Can you do that online? Or do you have to meet them in person?
Oh, man, I wonder now. Someone in the chat tell us. That's a good question.
Because you could do this whole thing where you trade with people right now. You could do that. That's the thing.
Oh, man. I think I need to get a little bit further in the game before I can... No, I might be able to do trading. I don't know. Jack, you all right, pal? I am all right. I'm all right. I just really enjoy Pokemon, and I know that Rich hates it, and so it makes me love it more.
Karen thinks you're talking in tongues.
Oh, when I say like, I'll get
Beedrill, and...
I'll get a Weedle, then I can get a Beedrill. Oh, you can do it online. That's great. Yeah, you have to defeat... I want to say you have to defeat the story of the game.
Oh.
And then after defeating the story, then you can start trading with other people. And apparently you can do it online. That's great. It has to... Oh, if you're friends with people? Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Because there are certain Pokemon that you can only get via trades. So... That's cool. Usually I never worry about, like, the post-victory game. I just like defeating the Elite Four or whatever. Emery! What? My attack missed. Emery, my attack missed. Hold on. Pause for defeating Pidgey. Great. Emery, 801. I am loving the Pokemons, says Emery, 801. One day I hope Rich's cold ice-type heart will melt and love them too. But I am not hopeful. If you are going to nickname Pokemon, can you name one after me? And I do not nickname my Pokemons. Which,
well, if you trade them, you have to.
If I were to ever trade them, of course, I would give them nicknames.
In the same vein, we're talking about me and having an ice cold heart.
You do. You have an ice cold heart.
The real Vayon wants to know. I lost a specific comment, but it's like, why do I hate everything? Rich, why do you hate everything? Did I not just gush all over XCOM 2 for like a month? Did I not just do that?
I think you are like derelict in your work duties because of XCOM 2. You not only have you played XCOM 2 for 200 plus hours, we then live chatted about it for an hour and a half, and then we chatted about it for another hour and a half with the people that made it.
Yeah.
We've dedicated a large portion of previously recorded to XCOM 2 in the past month. Yes.
I think I finally had my fill, at least for now.
Okay.
How
many hours are you now? Did you check?
I think 218. Something like that.
218. That's insane. It's great, but it's insane.
I just finished a Iron Man run last night. That was pretty epic. Finished Iron Man Commander, 0 deaths.
Ooh, I know you were looking for that. That's great.
Yeah, 0 fucking deaths. Nice. I had on my very last turn, I had 2 fucking people bleeding out. But I made it through.
Congratulations, Rich.
Thank you.
I know you were working hard on that. That is great. No, and speaking of, we haven't spoken since the interview went up. What did you think of the edit of that?
I'm too self-conscious watching myself because I know I'm just.
You know what?
I've avoided watching it.
You've avoided watching it?
Because I know I'm an XCOM fanboy and I probably come off like an idiot.
No, I think it turned out great. I think it turned out great. I think I know I've seen a lot of people really enjoying the fact that something I was working on was like switching out their heads, making their heads bigger for whoever was talking, and that was really fun. But no, I think you were obviously excited.
Yeah,
but it was still a fun conversation. So
okay, well, good.
And I know they liked it. The people there enjoyed chatting with us. Yeah. Rich, we have an important question from Lloyd Beats.
Yeah.
Rich, why do you hate everything except for XCOM games? Really important.
I think the answer is fuck off. I talk about things I like, and they're just things you don't like. And so you ignore it. And you think, oh, that's stupid. That doesn't count.
Yes, they did sound very similar when they were coming up over Skype. It was actually hard sometimes to like keep track of who was talking. Luckily, oftentimes they would refer to the other person. Oh,
people are saying the switching heads were nice. Yes,
good, great. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That's actually like what took like the longest. Editing out us babbling was easy. Everybody, it's been an hour. My hour timer just went off, so if everyone could do me a favor and stand up. It is time to stand up. I'm going to stand up. So I'm over here. I'm standing up. Oh.
I may or may not be standing up.
I don't think you're standing up.
Why don't you think so?
Because you're very close to your microphone still.
It's a headset.
Oh, that's right. You might be standing up then.
Chat, vote on whether or not you think I'm standing up.
Oh, you're right. It's been an hour. Has Jay seen The Witch? I don't think he has. I don't think he has, but I don't know. There's no way of knowing. I actually haven't seen Jay in a little bit. Because he's been busy with stuff, like editing things. What? He's been busy editing things. Where am I? Oh, I'm still fighting this. So, right now, Rich, there's a couple wonderfully BS fights in the game. You fight these metapods here, right? And the low-level metapods only have one move, which is Harden, which raises their defense stat. But they have no attacking moves.
Yeah.
And so it's basically free XP as long as you can deal with like the length of the battles.
Why would you even put something like that in your game?
Well, because you can or Metapod is the second version, is the first evolution, and so you can get them if you get the Weedle, then they can learn an attack move. Then you get to Metapod, and then after Metapod, they turn into a Beedrill, which is a nice, powerful bug type Pokemon. Bug types are important because they evolve really fast, and so you can have powerful Pokemon early in the game, but later in the game they're pretty useless.
What?
Yeah, I know it's. I know. It's a whole lot of me playing this game a whole lot. And I do try, like, you know, every time I do try to, like, give myself a... Metapod evolves into a beautiful... Oh, that's right. Metapod evolves into a butterfly. Kakana evolves into a Beedrill. But, like,
That's not a Pokemon, that's just a butterfly.
What? A Butterfree.
Oh.
Sorry, a Butterfree. Ooh, yes! Horn attack. Now we're getting to it.
When did Pokemon come out? When was the first Pokemon game? When was it in the United States?
In the United States. That's
Yeah.
the important question. Let me look it up really quick. Can I? I have so many cables on my desk right now. Pokemon. Oh my god. Pokemon Wiki.
I don't want to know about this one. I want to know about the first Pokemon game.
The very first Pokemon game. Let's see here. In Japan, came out in 1996.
All right, then it doesn't matter when it came out in the U.S. because I was out of high school.
You were in college when Pokemon came out.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, probably a little before your time. Let's see, when did it come out in the United States? Does it say? Do. I love the music too. I love everything about this game. What does it say? Someone in the chat, I'm sure, is saying it right now. I don't even need to look it up. The chat. The chat will tell us. And I did not play Pokemon when it first came out. I did not play Pokemon until after high school. Mm-hmm. I had a job at a video game store, and we would be encouraged. We were encouraged to, play games so we could talk about them, and we had a handheld. We had a Game Boy Advance, and I started playing Pokemon while working. And it was amazing because we weren't very busy. So I played a lot of Pokemon while getting paid. They're saying it came out in 1998 here in America. In America. The horn attack does.
I was too busy listening to Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah?
Or Antichrist Superstar. God damn it, I fucked that up. Fucked that up. They're very different things. Very, very different things.
Rich, I think they're opposite.
Yes. I was too busy listening to Antichrist Superstar.
What's Antichrist Superstar?
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, okay.
Not even that I was super into Marilyn Manson, but it's a nice contrast, you know? A nice contrast.
I think you can do both. I think people can do both.
Karen went to a Marilyn Manson concert like right before he got big.
Oh yeah?
Saw him at a smallish venue.
That's always nice. Always nice. See, like I'm sure like she could have even like chatted with him afterwards, like, or bought some merch from him. Directly from him before he had people to do that for him.
So Rich will listen to Marilyn Manson, but not Rob Zombie. I like Rob Zombie!
You won't listen to Rob Zombie?
Why does this come up repeatedly?
Is this a thing?
I don't know. I've seen people bring up me and Rob Zombie before. And I like Rob Zombie. But somebody's upset at me for not liking Rob Zombie enough.
For not liking Rob Zombie enough.
It's thing.
Yeah. Rich, why don't you like Rob Zombie enough? That's the question. What was his first big song, Rob Zombie? I'm trying to remember.
First big one, as far as me being familiar with him, was Dracula.
Yes, spur do the witches and we do the ditches.
And White Zombie was a thing before that.
In the back of my Dracula. Yeah, I want to say like. It was something like din 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 din. Yeah. What was it? What was his first big song? Thunder Kiss.
I think Dracula was the first big one. But Living Dead Girl.
I remember Living Dead Girl, yeah. Maybe Thunder Kiss 65 is what I'm thinking of. Thunder Kiss, 1960. Yeah. That's all of his songs. Now I want to go listen to Rob Zombie.
But Dracula was one of those things that was just on.
What, Rich?
Dracula was on the radio constantly when that came out.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. So much Dragula. Dragula. Are you going to fight me? No, I already fought you. I'm going to go heal my bitches. All right, Loner. Archon. Rich.
Yeah.
All right. He says, Rich, are you still salty about being forced to play Firewatch? Rich, are you salty about being forced to play Firewatch?
I don't think I was ever salty about being forced to play Firewatch.
Right. That's kind of what we do. Is we might not necessarily we play games that we might not have necessarily played, but we play games and then have a conversation about it.
It was like 4 hours out of my day.
Also, that was a quick one. Obviously he didn't enjoy it, but we play stuff sometimes. Also, what is your definition of what a game should have? Since I believe that is why there is a heated argument between you and Jack. What a game should have.
Something. I'm saying that Firewatch actually has nothing.
Right.
I'm pretty open-ended on what it could be. Like, Tetris, entirely different from a thing like God of War. They're both games. I don't know what the fuck you call Firewatch.
Right.
Story.
It's a and
something that could have been served better in a different format is what I think Afterwatch is. Firewatch. Afterwatch.
Firewatch with me.
Yeah, Firewatch with me.
Firewatch with me. Right, and I mean, that was the crux of both of our arguments. Is like you thought there was no gameplay, and I thought the gameplay, while simplistic, was there and added to the.
Apart from the lack of gameplay, chat, I love the story. Actually, the great characters. Nice little story about two people. Guy dealing with his wife being basically dead.
Yeah,
but not really.
Exactly. It was a really
running
nice
responsibilities. There's some nice stuff going on there. Nice character drama. What about a good film or a nice book?
Yeah, and I think you needed that game. You needed that walking around. You needed that. You know what? You needed the time.
I'm really curious what Karen would think of it.
Yeah.
How would you sell Firewatch to Karen? Someone who's not much of a gamer in general.
Well, that's the problem. Is one, you need to dedicate a couple hours, and most non-gamers are just interested in can I play it for 20 minutes and then put it down. But the big sell point is it's a nice story with beautiful visuals, and really that's the biggest selling point to a non-gamer is it's a very nice story with beautiful visuals. You
walk around the woods, and your job is to to keep an eye out for fires. You're like working for the park rangers.
Mm-hmm.
This person you talk to on the radio, and a girl, and the relationship develops.
Yeah.
Just not a game.
It's the game, and like I said, and a lot of people, by the way, we're taking your stance of like, you know, because I my big thing is like you have to turn off that locator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were calling me hypocritical because I said, well, I think you get the real enjoyment out of it if you turn that locator off. And they said, but Jack, when you did Alien Isolation and we said you needed to play it on hard, you said that was bullshit. And I said, no, a video game should be able to be played on normal and enjoyed. It shouldn't really be able to be played on any difficulty level and enjoyed, but the difficulty level is about the challenge. And if, and this is something we said about Alien Isolation, if your game can only be enjoyed on hard, then that's the only thing it should be. Then that's poor design. And I called out these developers as well, saying, this is how the game should be played, and that was poor design. Making the default having your locator on. So, I don't think that was hypocritical. I think that was me being very... what's the opposite of hypocritical? Is there a word that means the opposite of hypocritical, or just...
honest, virtuous?
Virtuous, absolutely.
Sincere? I don't
Steady. Steady. That was me being steady in my not hypocritical. Oh, consistent. Loner Archon, you get a point. Whatever point we're giving out today, you get it. That was me being consistent in my feelings. We called it bad design in Alien Isolation, and I'm calling it bad design in Firewatch. But this design is an easy fix. All you have to do is turn it off by the default, and then if someone keeps getting lost in the woods, which they won't, then turn it back.
Being lost in the woods is not fun, and that would just lengthen the tedium between story points.
No, that's what. Because you're never lost in the woods, you know. Like you said, the trails are easy to follow, and you always have your compass out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what immerses you into the world. Is, you know, like you look at your hands, you can look at the compass, and you follow the trails. That's what gets you in there. Or else you just look at your map and you see the bloop-de-bloop.
You know what kills any immersion?
What?
Trying to walk 20 feet away from the trail.
You can go down a different trail.
Oh, but you can't just walk around the woods.
Well, but you can't walk around the real woods.
Yes, you can.
Well, I'm saying you can't, like, climb rocks.
Yes, you can.
Not without rock climbing equipment.
Well, did you ever go out in the woods? When you go out in the woods, do you see giant rocks everywhere?
In Wyoming, yes. Have you been to Wyoming?
The whole state is in a series of canyons.
Have you been to Wyoming? It's literally a series of canyons. Have I been here before? I think I'm lost. Oh, fuck, I am lost. Metapod. I don't care about you, Metapod. Anyway. You can fucking climb rocks without equipment, but it's not recommended that you climb rocks without it's for Plaid. In any case, what were we talking about? Firewatch. Firewatch. Firewatch with me. Not everywhere looks like the Chicago suburbs. That's right, a horrible glory. Not everything can be the Chicago suburbs, Rich.
Outdoors, in general, has lots of wide open spaces, and not artificial barriers everywhere.
But some of it does.
Everything in Firewatch is a path that you can't deviate from. Everything.
There are several paths, yes. just like there would be in a real nature park.
You know what game did the wilderness better than Firewatch?
What?
Dragon's Dogma.
Well,
There are roads, but there's nothing stopping you from going off the roads. There's the mountain here or there, but there's a lot of open woods you can just walk through.
And that's true. And you know what? I will give you that exploration was much better.
Yes, far better exploration in Dragon's Dogma.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. But not every actual outdoors is like that. I think Firewatch still does it well. Rich, please say ball sack like in the Neil Breen video. Just watch the Neil Breen video.
My fiance's listening. Come on. Have some fucking mercy.
Oh no, that's right. Karen's here tonight, guys. We can't embarrass Rich.
I'm waiting for it now.
What if Firewatch had a map similar to Arma? I've never played Arma, so I don't know. I don't know what kind of map Arma has, and I'm very sorry about that. I need to find my way out of these woods, Rich. I'm lost in the woods. It's fine. We'll get out of here. We can make it. I believe in us. We gotta get to the second area so I can get my Mew. Quick, everyone embarrass Rich. Right. Do it quickly. Did you see a phoenix? See a phoenix?
Yeah.
It's great. Our map is same as DayZ. I've never actually played DayZ either. No. The thing for me is I really latched on to the idea of a physical map and a compass. You know, like every game has the you are here locator. Mm. Every game has that.
Including Firewatch.
Except for you can turn it off. And so I latched on to the idea of...
It starts on.
Absolutely. And that was a horrible design choice. A horrible design choice.
It's the only thing that kept it from being less tedious. Or more tedious.
You're a crazy person.
Oh.
There it is. I found my way. Where do I generally get my gaming news from? Where do you hear about games? I follow people on Twitter. Like, there are games people that I follow on Twitter. I like Kotaku, Reddit. You follow the right gaming subreddits.
In all honesty, you know where I get my gaming news from?
Where?
The chat.
The chat is incredibly helpful, by the way. You guys remind us of stuff, you bring up stuff. But did I get lost again? Oh, okay, good. I found someone new. Just a variety of sources. But, like for me, mostly I'd say it's Twitter. Like I follow enough gaming people on Twitter now, and then they'll mention something, and that'll lead me down a news path, which is great. Then you check Kotaku a little every once in a while, or and all the Gawker sites. Like I like checking Giz and Gizmodo and all those, and you just see what's happening in the world, and go back to Reddit, see what they're doing.
No, I just show up for a stream when the chat's like, "Do you know what they're doing with the new Doom?" Here? What?
What Doom? Yeah, I know Doom.
This new Doom? What? What do you think about the new changes to Doom? I don't know.
Yeah, no, the chat, and by the way, now that this is what we do, the real reason I get most of my news from Twitter is from you guys tweeting at me. I will get several Twitters a day of just like, hey, did you hear about this game? Hey, did you hear about this game? And that's incredibly helpful.
There are things I stopped listening to because I didn't want to be contaminated, to be influenced.
Yeah.
Like I used to listen to a lot of Total Biscuit and Zero Punctuation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really liked Zero Punctuation. I have also stopped listening to him.
Total Biscuit was great when you heard about a game, and you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You just listen to him talk about it. He's that What the Fuck Is series. That's great.
Yeah, and I've only seen the one video you showed me of his.
And then Yahtzee was good for reviews for me because her tastes are bizarrely parallel.
Jack reads Gawker while he listens to Taylor Swift on his Beats by Dre. All of that is true except for the Beats by Dre part. I don't have Beats by Dre. But fuck yeah, I'll read Gawker while listening to Taste Way. Look like East Yankee. Sometimes sometimes I'll have heard of a game if you guys tweet at me or message me on Steam or whatever. Sometimes I'll have heard about it, sometimes I don't. I appreciate it in any sense, even if I've already heard of it. I like getting the info.